Good morning. So I am here at a place that I came when the kids were little. They used to have activities here at the old barn, but I didn't realize how big it is and that there are historic places nearby, walking trails to get to, and the historic barn and all these things. So I'm going to explore and see what happens when I open up the Akashic Records. I think I'm going to start just for today on this beautiful little picnic table under these trees and just see what comes through for the land. I'm going to open up the Akashic Records of the land and this space and see what comes through. I don't know whether it'll be present day things or things of the past, but obviously those are now the past as well. I want to note that on the way here I did connect with a woman who said she's going to be my guide, and I don't know if she's going to be my guide just for today or through this whole journey that I'm taking, but I felt that she was a woman who was maybe my age, maybe a little bit younger, and she was wearing like a big old-fashioned skirt. I have a little charm from Williamsburg with a woman who was wearing something similar, so maybe that time period with just a large cotton skirt, whatever, and just an overcoat, apron, not an overcoat, but an apron. And anyway, that's the energy. So I passed a street with a name, and that's the name I'm going to call her. Whether that's her name or not, I don't know yet. I haven't tuned in. I was driving. So we'll see what happens with that as well. And I also want to say, when I went to sit on this bench, I just was overcome with that same emotion that I had at the meeting house yesterday. These locations aren't too far from one another. You could walk it in a day. I'd say it's probably like 6 miles or something from each other, and maybe more. I have no idea. I'm not good with distance, but I just felt that same energy of come see what we have to share. We're excited for you to take this journey. I just want to explore and see what happens when I open up the Akashic Records of this place, and whatever happens, happens. I just trust Spirit to be taking me on this journey, and we'll see what comes through when I go to these different locations, and I'm glad you're here for it. Spirit was very just excited. They're just reiterating that they're wanting me to go and do this. Well, anyway, getting on with it. Let's see what happens when I open up the Akashic Records of this place. I'm not going to show that part, but I'm just going to read the prayer, and then I'm going to just see what happens, take some notes first, and then if I get the sensation in my throat to start talking or channeling, then I will do that. But first I'm going to just see what comes through on paper. Okay, I just opened the Akashic Records of this place, and they're definitely, the energy here is about creating this sense of happiness. Happiness and triumph is what the words are for this. For we have created this energy of happiness and triumph in this space. It's discouraging to see people coming into the space who feel worried about something or dark because they are worried about things in their life. Yet when they come here, they're feeling their energy rise. They're feeling their energy explode with light and happiness. And that's the pride and happiness that we feel, and bringing them to our power where we've been for years, all the time. The challenge of yourself is to say, here I am. And Nancy, create this energy. Discourage yourself from keeping too many notes. Allow us to really bring in the energy of our doing what we do best, and that's creating this creation of support. We've supported many support others to this work that we do. Every day we've been connecting to the land, the earth, the challenges of life, and doing the work of the earth. The earth is the simple thing that supports and gains us through our energy. We support ourselves, we nourish ourselves, we connect with ourselves through this land and the earth that is here. It's extraordinary to think that there were many lives who lived here, predating anything that you know to be true about this property. There were lives who lived here drawing into knowing that this land was connecting with them intentionally and beautifully at that time. There's doing things with your mind, Nancy, that you're in the way, and we're asking you to step for yourself outside of that for now. We're asking you to just let go and feel what you feel without taking notes or worrying about anybody ever seeing or hearing this in the light of day. The sense of your challenge is to say, I'm aligning with this work that I do and bringing careful attention to the space and time that I'm in. When I ask my questions, see what comes through, and ask Spirit to bring forward what is most important for me to know and hear today at this time. We're asking you to ask yourself, what is the key to the ingredient that I wish to hear about this place? Is it the land? Is it the people? Or is it the wisdom of the place? I believe, this is Nancy talking, I wish to hear the wisdom of the place for now. Actually, yes. It's exactly that. The challenge is to say we're here for many years of light and happiness, bringing people to this location for many things all the time to talk with them about what we hear and see and feel here. It's extraordinary to see the lives that have come here, for them to be seen here for a moment, a glimpse, and let them go. There's doing things in your heart space for people that you love. That's the energy that we feel here. It's extraordinary to think we've connected with the people for the moment, even if they're children coming for a lesson. They've learned a little bit, and let that become part of their being for them to know about this place. We're doing things without them knowing it in their way that they are feeling better. We do that because we're part of this creation of happiness and giant light and dark meet in the way that feels best for us. We're doing one thing here, Nancy. It's doubting yourself about bringing what's necessary. It's exchanging energy here in this location. For us to hear you speak is exchanging the energy. We see the energy that you have, and that's what's coming through. For you to notice it, just to energize yourself and feeling the energy of this place. In this connection you have here, it's connecting with the time and day. You know this location has predated many of the lives who've lived here. The land was here for many years. There's times where this land was connected to dinosaurs, of course, and the challenge is to say that's not the energy I'm looking into really now. I want to be more of present day, long ago, but present day. The sense of your happiness here, though, you feel the energy. It just feels breath of fresh air almost, even though you obviously you're getting a breath of fresh air. It feels that there's a sense of humor that is here as well. The lines of people who lived here were dating many years back, but don't worry so much about that. We're just getting a sense of the wisdom of the land, feeling the energy of within you of what it's noticing about this place. I just keep getting this sense of happiness. It's about the challenges that were here and they faced, and it's about the connection to the land was creating this place for lives to lead, thrive, and lead in this location. There's a great happiness of feeling the space with darkness, of course, but more than that, there's an energy of a downing the energy of the space with more density. Something about hard times. It's me, Nancy. There's a connection here with some sort of channeling energy of people who lived here who had times that were tough. There was a woman who came here to talk with you today. She's talking about this feeling of sense of power, of living land and landing the land live with you. The land supports you, yet it also is intensifying in making it this connection here really hard at times. It wasn't easy. There were some doubts about making it work here, really. There wasn't a whole lot to work from. At the start, it had to be tended to and turned over, and that was a hard time. We didn't have a lot, and we would just try to make ends meet, I think. There's a shaving off the energy here for a little bit. Don't feel worried about anything. Just allow it to come through. What's the soul level purpose of this place? It's about people coming to see us now. It's important for them to understand the lives we lived and the working ethic that we had. It's intensity. intense at times. We lived a life off the land, and bringing people to here to help see that we're in this place now, even working hard to keep it supported and growing. You're not to feel worried about here. This is a challenge to have us be seen as a place for lives to change in the smallest of ways, connect with the earth and the land. Don't feel worried about anything here. It's a lighting up when people come and just kind of relax and take their shoes off. That energy just allows them to breathe for a time, step away from the city, and sink into the energy of happy lives lived here who have found their happy place here at this location. Okay, what I can't see without my glasses. What energies have been held here over time? Never a doubt there was not a good party time here. It wasn't dark and gloomy, but it wasn't always finding the guys happy dancing around the place. It was more work ethic and discouraging any negative energy here as well. No one was impressed upon their values or their livelihood wasn't making people feel. It was more about not letting people feel neglected, but making people feel safe. And the power that they felt was to just transform energy into a lightheartedness here. We don't want to feel negative at all. People wanted to feel supported and safe. And that's a creative way that we felt in having this place triumph over anything negative. Were dark and gloomy days there? Of course, absolutely. There were never actually just beautiful things. It was definitely hard work, but there was challenges in the way that they lived, and places that they lived were together with others. What does this place want to be remembered for? They're wanting to be remembered for the energy that they brought peace and kindness to others. It's so much different than you think now. When a farm is here, you think there's people who just were working hands, making it work. But there was times where people came here for respite, for caretaking, for livelihood, for their life. And they sense of power that they felt here was more about being connected to people who helped them. This definitely helped them to see their energy work was impressed upon them to be feeling safe, heard, respected, and created energy around them. Is there one person in particular who was long remembered at this location that I might see on signage or something about them here? Don't feel worried about that, Nancy, because you will get in your head. But there's a woman here who says she knows this place better than the back of your hand. She's somebody who would have, I'm getting chills as I say that. She's somebody who would take this day's work and make it as much as she could better than anything. There's a lady here who would talk with us if she could about this place, but there's a woman here mainly who wants to just be connected to this place. Here she is. She's saying she's a woman who was different than others. She wasn't hardworking. She was a lady who liked to look at the trees and the sense of power that they had. She was like you, Nance. She says she wanted to see the energy around her and the feeling that they had. There's definitely energy here, she says, so feel into that energy. You're negative. I know, I'm negative right now. It's so much as them saying to me that I'm feeling it. And it's just time to talk with you a little bit about that, Nancy. You're going to feel the working ethic here, of course. The working ethic in your work is definitely part of this work ethic. It's definitely dense here. There's just energy here to be explored. So look at the power that you're feeling as much as you can and see that there's places here to explore and find this morning. There's a gentleman here with me, and he's talking about the feeling and the energy of this energy here. He says it's so powerful. He worked a day, every day he worked, but he says it wasn't work. It was a power of just energy of lovingness, more energy than you can ever imagine here. He says the feeling of the support that he gained or got from here isn't to be captured in these words. He says he would talk to the trees, he would talk to the plants, animals as well. He was somebody who says he would do things with his heart here always, always, always. It didn't seem like work, for he loved it so. And he wants to talk about the power that you feel when you sit upon this picnic table and the feeling that I get when I'm on this property. He says you'll feel it within you. You know it. When you step upon this place, it feels like a connection to the people already. You know this way that you felt when you said you felt the energy making you feel emotional. You felt it almost entirely through your bones. He says that's not an accident. You say you feel it now. You feel it coming up, bubbling. like a stream. He says there's a simple thing, because he knows that energy, he feels that energy, and it's not the people, the spirits who are standing here with me. It's the feeling that there's creating energy here for people to feel better. He says never take your time to stop and pause. People never take the time to stop and pause, and he's wondering why not, because this beauty that you feel here and see here isn't to be compared to anything else in the world ever. And he's wishing there were more people who stopped and took a moment to do this in the morning, for he feels the benefit. Every single day he worked here, he would pause and take a time off to just sit and wonder at all the beauty surrounding him. And that's his message for me to take away. He says he's just genuinely wondering, can I feel and see and share this with people to feel the beauty of this place? It's incredibly a gorgeous place. Don't you worry. Everybody will feel the energy when you share this with them. And don't say anything ever about not feeling energy, because you must always feel it within you when you pause and break a moment into your day to feel the energy here. He's talking about a creative lady who was with him. She was a beautiful woman. Oh man. He's like, she was really gorgeous and had this way about her where she set that table at night for people at night after a long day of work, and made him happy to see her smile, because she knew as much as anyone how hard a day's work they put in. But he says they were beautiful people, and all the people who came to see them and live here, as well as you all who come now, is the connection that he loves to feel and see. And it's insistent upon us to space out our day, to make space in our day to feel the energy as they do here in this location. About that, one more thing, he says a working ethic is important in life. Of course, he's not saying to not have that, but the thing is, we take too long to take a break, and he wishes more people would stop and acknowledge the energy around them in this place, because it is so beautiful. Feel the energy and allow it to just seep into your body, because it is connecting here that you feel so supported and gorgeous. It's energy here, Nancy. Do you feel it? It's insistent upon us to stop and allow us to see the beauty in the connection, and the beauty and the feeling and the energy in these things. It's just, he's laughing because I'm like, this almost sounds too cheesy, but his energy is saying this isn't cheesy at all. It's the way that we need to be in our lives, for these days are numbered, and it is a gift. It is not about the power that you have to go through life and earn money. It's about seeing how magnificent nature is when you stop and pay attention and see the beauty. I don't know if I was here as a kid hearing that song, but it's the song Smokey the Bear. That was a funny song that I heard as I was, I remember it when I was student teaching with a woman who was beautiful, Kathy Smith, first grade teacher in Howard County, and she would play the piano, and she sang the song Smokey the Bear. But in there is a line where he said, Smokey the Bear, people stop and pay attention when he tells them to beware. And this man is saying to just actually listen to yourself. Here he wants to say it's insistent upon us to stop and pay attention, to the beauty that's around us. And that's what's going to give us our light in our lives, because people work too hard at making something different than they've meant to be. And it's a challenge to say to yourself, just where can I be finding space within me, around me, and for a moment just pause and breathe. I am just feeling a lot of emotion right now, almost to tears. And I'm not somebody, I always say that, like, Holy Spirit moves me to tears like this, because it's challenging to stay in the moment. They're telling me, Nancy, get back, get it together, they're saying. But it's funny to talk with them, because this is Nancy talking. Their energy is about just allowing me to talk with them and bring through their words. And I feel like it's extraordinary to just be sitting here in this energy with them. And I don't, they're saying this, and I'm saying it too, like there's nobody else here, even though there's this beautiful garden space that I've showed before, this dahlia garden. There's nobody here taking it in at this moment because it's kind of early in the morning, but their purpose intention is here speaking with me about the finding a connection with a woman here. She's a little lady. She was tiny petite, but was she strong. He's saying she's not the same lady as before. She was a different woman who had a different time period, and she was a creative lady who said, get to work, get to work. She would stop everybody and get them back to work, and that was her energy, was supporting people but getting them to work harder and stronger, because she knew in her heart that there wasn't time to be lazy or dilly-dally. It was about making her feel the energy was about baking a cake, but making it for a purpose, not just having fun. Celebrations, of course, there were many celebrations of happy times, but we're just bringing the energy to talk about her work ethic, and it's about this challenge that she sees people today, and that's her I'm like, what's her message? It's about the challenge that people face to stay in their space to themselves. She's worrying about people, but get to work on your own self. She's saying this is important pressure upon us now to really be within ourselves. There's definitely energy outside of ourselves with this world and crazy world. And there's people who make difficulties in our own lives through their energy speaking out and what they're saying. Just try to be within your own self and space and make time to speak within your own heart space. That's her energy. I really want to stop to walk into the Akashic Records, but they're not letting me. They're really wanting to speak out today. There's talking about a connection with a triangle. I moved to talk about the triangle that I'm just focusing now on these here. A triangle. What about the triangle? It's a point and prism. That there's a sense of this creation of energy when you put a power to something else outside of yourself, and then creating to the energy to spirit, and then this energy, this triangular prism, really brings lightness into your life, and it brings light into your life with like a prism, and challenges you to see that beauty when you really just be connected to yourself and spirit and lighting up outside. Triangular prism is what they're talking about. There's a dark energy that tries to get into a triangle, but you know the danger of danger is in telling people about darkness. It's not that kind of darkness. It's about this dark energy within their own space where they feel darkness, they feel energy, and more energy will come into lightness when you bring out the power of happy dance around people and see that power in light. It's intensity that you'll feel as you connect with us in this location. You're going to feel us coming as much as you can. Come back and create this energy of having dances with the light here. You're going to feel that there's people here. Exercise yourself in knowing their names, because they're going to want to come and talk with you more as you come back to this location. It's extremely exciting to see you walking and talking, because that's the energy that's going to build the energy most for you. You're going to see this connection here is really about the finding the way forward. And the next time you come, Nancy, we're going to ask you to just peek out and look and see the supportive beams that you see connecting these buildings. Even the energy there is going to find new answers and questions and answers, and so much to talk about as well. We're saying to you, my girl, you're going to be beautiful here, sharing this memories of this place, and I don't need to talk to you anymore. Just observe and align with the energy that you feel as you support yourself with this. Extraordinary, definitely some extraordinary people lived here, and the land is excited to hear you calling its name, asking for more work to come through. It's definitely some difficulties with you getting out of your way, but honestly, this joy that we feel when you bring the power to yourself is the major excitement that we share. There's probably more people than you can account, energy around you that would freak you out. But that's part of the problem with life today, is there's things that freak people out, but nature never can freak you out. It's discouraging to know that there's charms and light outside that people never get a chance to enjoy. And I'm wondering if you could take your hands off the wheel for a moment and just stand and observe the gorgeousness of this land that you're a part of in this moment. We're so excited for you to share our story. Again, emotion. It's extraordinary to see this proud partnership that you're going to be taking upon you, to feel within all of you the thing that people have never noticed before outside their doors. You're speaking to the connection of spirit here, and in a good way, the spirit of the trees, the spirit of the land, and the spirit of the wonderment in seeing the beauty and the connection to the people who live as a part of it. Connect here consistently, Nance, and you're going to see every single day more gorgeous beauty through the people and the lives who've shaped the things that you notice in this world. We're going to stop here and just allow you to take a glimpse as you walk around the property and examine all of the things that we live and have loved as a part of it throughout the years. Okay, I'm just going to, before I go, I'm just going to walk over to that sign. But I also just am acknowledging that I'm grateful for Spirit assisting me on this. I'm so grateful. And I'm allowing myself to be a part of this journey, whatever it is. I'm also asking Spirit to keep any snakes out of this grass. But it's a gorgeous place, and I'm so excited to explore it and find out what I can about it through the land and through the signs and all of it together. Okay, I just want to show that this is the kind of woman. That's exactly what she was wearing. That's pretty cool. And anyway, that's the energy of the woman that I felt, that she was wearing that cotton skirt with that apron and top and her hair up. So anyway. Okay, so just seeing on the sign, yep, it was definitely tobacco and corn, like I had thought it was in Maryland. You don't have to be psychic to know that. But it definitely shows the picture of the woman that I said in the car. I was getting the sense of what she looked like, what she was wearing. This is just a drawing of some woman, but it was the same type of clothing that I had seen this woman wear. So there are some people here on the sign. Maybe they're the ones that was the man, the man, I think that was one man and maybe two women. Maybe they were somehow related to those people. So I know I'm going to come back here and tap into this place more. I need to get home and get to other things today. But I do know there's this woman here right now with me who really wants to say more. So I think as I walk back, I'm going to explore that more. But I will definitely be coming back to this place to do more, you know, Akashic Records research, and also maybe add to that some research with true factual, not true, I mean, I feel like what I do is true too, but, you know, actual census and things like that to maybe see if I can tell who's talking. But with me, I think the key is not to worry so much about, yes, bringing the facts and the true stories, but actually getting the experiences of the people who live there through their voice. And that's what I can do through my Akashic Records mediumship type of work. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the car and tune into what she has to say. Okay, I'm hearing about a caretaker. It's seeking answers. They want to say seeking energy with us together here. We're proud of you for aligning with us today. We're actually saying to you, Nancy, the space that you are in is in different than it looked back then. It isn't the same. It's challenging to say how it was, but it's founding this energy here was different because it was purposely, intentionally placed here like this for this energy at the time. I don't know what they're trying to say. The working guidance here is that it's just knowing that there was times where people were looking around here in a different way. It's insistent upon you to say that I'm exciting to say that I'm challenging you to feel the energy with your words, and mentioning this energy here is connected to people of long ago. There's a feeling of energy with here, with the power that you feel with the land. It's exactly that, Nancy. We're sharing that you're seeing the energy with the people here. And there's a lady here who would like to take your hand and walk with you as you share the energy here. She's talking about the space that you're in. It's darkness that sometimes came over this place, for there was people who like to be here safely out of the way of others. And you're noticing there's a woman here who had that way about her, was energized with the working ethic of life, and that was hard. She was very under the under the thumb are the energy of others, and that's also a piece of this history here. There's not to say it was dark always, but it did have darkness as a part of it. And there are some times where you work as much as you can, but there were times when they often worked harder than they had to work, because there were times people wanted them in this way to do their things. We're asking you to shift your energy back to the positive, though. Let's get back to that for a moment. There were times where there were lightness here and a symphony of energy as well. A woman wants to speak about the work and talk and work and ethic. Talk and work ethic as much as you can, Nancy. Remind yourself there's times where people were working for themselves, others working for others, and discouraging the work of the negative here for a moment. We do want to speak about lighting up with the power that you feel in this land. It's extraordinary to see this shift of energy when you walk through this connected land here, landscape. You're going to feel the power that it feels as much as you can, gorgeous and dark at the same time. Gorgeous and dark. A sense of humor here. We don't mean dark in the negative. We mean dark in like a challenging way. It's always, if you were to take a power tool or powerful way, it's sort of like that, to say I can create energy in a good way or a negative way. And you're making it easier for us when you walk, Nancy. I'm also getting not out of breath, but it's hard to channel as I'm walking. The sense of humor here, Nancy, that's people that like to come and take time to talk with one another out in the darkness at night under cover, for they had time to share and like partake in happy dances or times together. It's this working ethic and the fun and times too. It's insistent upon you to share that memory as well. Okay. So before I close the records, is there anything else that needs to come through for the highest good of us today? The sense of humor, important to take in your life, and also just know that you're insistent upon yourself in continuing this work, for it will safely take you where like you have no idea. So here we are. Say your alignment and closing, and we will see you next time. Okay, so back in the car. Should have dressed up for this, but it was after the walk around the lake that I decided to take a drive out here. And there's so much history here. There's outbuildings to explore, and so forth. So I'm just stopping here for today. I know the energy was wanting to share more, and I know I could open up the records and delve deeper. So I want to, but I don't want to do it all today. So I will come back another time soon and see what comes through. But I think today was a great start, and I definitely got a lot of energy and connection and feeling really powerful and beautiful. As I'm sitting in my car now, I don't really feel it as much, as strongly as I did as I was taking a walk, but I definitely tuned into feeling like I was not just walking by myself, and I know that there were several who were walking with me, and the energy just was really loving and kind at that time. So